Welcome back. My name is Carrie, and today I'm going to show you a very cool prefab home that you can buy on Amazon. Or at least that's the way it seems. I've uncovered what appears to be a classic bait and switch. On this channel, I like to show what's new, what's available, and what's happening in the prefab home industry, and I've noticed some offerings are causing a bit of confusion for buyers. Every few months, I'll get a wave of comments from people talking about the price of whatever I'm showing and comparing it to something that just doesn't quite add up. Don't get me wrong, comments are great and help the YouTube algorithm almost as much as hitting the like button. However, when the prices in those comments are too good to be true, I'm left with no choice but to put on my detective's cape and figure out what's actually going on. People deserve to know what's available and real, so I'm going to dive into the latest offering making rounds that most people have likely seen by now. There are a lot of reasons that people look at prefab homes as a potential option for their new home, but one of the top reasons is price. People are often looking for affordable options because a lot of the other options just aren't affordable anymore. Simple as that. There are affordable homes being built right now. There are expensive homes being built right now. But where things go sideways is when not all options being presented are real, or they're partially real, or they're real with a fake price. I have seen all of the above lately. How is a consumer supposed to know what's a realistic price when real options are being presented alongside options that are partially real or just flat out fake? I first started noticing misinformation in prefab homes a few years ago on Elon Musk theme pages about the time Boxbow was really blowing up in the news. The faceless YouTube channels would have a thumbnail of Elon Musk standing in front of a futuristic home, usually the Nestron C2, and the title would be something along the lines of, Elon Musk finally released the $10,000 tiny home. Pfft, who's not clicking on that? It's something everybody wants to see. It's just not real. The video would be about the Boxbow Casita, a completely different home altogether. I think what confused people was parts of the story were real and parts of it were fake. Elon Musk is a real person. He does own a Boxbow Casita. The Boxbow Casita is real, but it isn't built by Tesla and it definitely isn't $10,000. Last time I checked, the Casita is starting at $60,000. I still get comments from people looking for more information on the $10,000 Tesla tiny house because they watch the video and then they can't find more information on it because it doesn't exist. It isn't real. The home used in a lot of the thumbnails was and is the Nestron C2, also a real home. Nestron is a real company, but their homes aren't built by Tesla and again aren't $10,000. These videos were getting massive amounts of views and it was leading to massive amounts of confusion. Luckily, those seem to have died down lately, even though I do see a couple a month. The thing about these videos is, other than confusing people, they're pretty harmless. Since they're showing a combination of real homes from different companies and saying they're built by Tesla, they aren't actually for sale anywhere. People aren't able to purchase or part with the $10,000 because it doesn't exist. Other than frustrating and confusing the people who wanted to buy the home for $10,000, harmless-ish, nobody's losing money on the deal. Unfortunately, that is not the case with the latest offer that has been making the rounds online. Again, it all started in the comments. It always does. I noticed people talking about a $27,000 two-story prefab home with a rooftop deck, and with my detective's cape and a bag of ruffles, I traced it back to an article posted on the People magazine website. I think it's just people.com, but I wasn't sure if everyone would know what I was talking about if I didn't say the People magazine website. Maybe it's in the magazine, but I kind of doubt it. The title says, we found a two-story tiny home at Amazon with a rooftop deck for under $27,000. How interesting. Let's dig deeper. It says tiny homes are climbing in popularity at Amazon and the latest model to catch our eye has 2 stories and a rooftop deck. As the title suggests. I will admit this house does look really cool. They've got 2 modules on the bottom with 1 on the top, and there is in fact a rooftop deck. Could this be the deal of the century? Let's dig deeper. There is a link from the People magazine website to Amazon. It says quick.simple.easy prefabricated tiny house, and this was the point that the red flags really started showing up. First things first, let's compare the main listing picture to the other pictures or videos on the listing. You might notice that the main listing picture doesn't look a lot like the other pictures or the videos. It's the first indication we might be dealing with a bait and switch. Going back to the main listing picture, you might have noticed that what we're looking at here appears to be a shipping container home. The giveaways are the corner castings found on the corners that are used to secure the shipping containers to whatever is being used to transport the container, and the ripple of the Corten steel that is pretty standard on shipping containers. Now that we know what we're dealing with, we also know the dimensions of the home. A standard shipping container has dimensions of 8 feet wide by either 20 or 40 feet long, and to me, these look like 20s. So the home has 2 8x20 containers on the bottom and 1 8x20 container on the top. If you look at the dimensions of the home being sold on Amazon, it's listed at 228 inches wide. That's 19 feet. If my math is correct, and occasionally it is, 2 8-foot wide shipping containers would only be 16 feet wide. So if they aren't the same width, the home in the picture is not what you're getting. You're getting something different. But what? It isn't really clear, to be honest. They've got a blurry rendering of 2 different ground floor plans, and then they've got 1 rendering of the top floor. So I don't know. I don't know what you'd be getting. I just know what you're not getting. Here's what's interesting that kind of threw me for a loop. The home has 3 reviews, all 5 stars, but it seems like the reviews are from people who didn't buy the home. It seems like more of a comment section, but I didn't know that was a thing. Here's what they said. Let me know your thoughts. Susan said, "Nice little house. Too bad there's not more info on the company." I agree. Adriana said, "Nice for the price, but small, and you need a plot of land to put it on." And finally, Mike said, "IDK, which stands for I don't know, and somehow 19 people found it helpful." What is going on with this listing? I haven't purchased a prefab home off Amazon, and this is not encouraging me to do it. With that said, the home in the main listing photo does look really cool, and I wanted to find out what's going on there because it is a real home. It's just not the one you're getting. To find the home, I did a reverse image search on Google, and it brought up a video tour of that home on YouTube titled 3 20-foot shipping container tiny house, shipping container home tour exclamation. I clicked on that and it took me to a video by the one and only Levi Kelly. Levi does Airbnb tours and it looks like a great home, but I have a feeling it was a custom build. So what do we know here? One may very well be able to order a home from quick.simple.easy prefabricated tiny house. Just don't expect it to look like the home in the picture because that picture is of a shipping container home in Lincoln, Nebraska on Airbnb. Here's the listing right here. It says the wait is finally over. Lincoln's very own shipping container home is ready for your stay and it is well worth the wait. The finishes are high-end, from the quartz countertops and backsplash to the handcrafted tiles on the rooftop deck. There you have it. It is a real house. You can even stay in it if you want to check it out and get ideas, but you can't order it on Amazon for $27,000. I'm sorry. This, folks, is a classic bait and switch, and I don't know about you, but I would not be pleased if I ordered one of these things and what showed up was nothing like the picture. The moral of the story is there's a lot of BS being put out on the net. We've got channels making videos of real houses with fake prices, and now we've got at least one company running what appears to be a bait and switch program on Amazon. Here's the thing. If you're looking for a shipping container home, they are available, but to get one that looks anything like the Airbnb in Nebraska is going to require more than $27,000. A couple of the companies that I know of selling shipping container homes that look cool include Honomobo with locations in Canada and the US, and Steel & Spark in Phoenix. If affordability is what you're looking for, there are companies building tiny homes for under $27,000, but for that price, don't expect to get a 2-story home with the rooftop deck. Incredible Tiny Homes in Tennessee is selling their Incredibox for $25,000. It's an 8x16 and they list every item that's included right there on their website. Long story short, if you're looking to buy a prefab home on Amazon, I would suggest doing a little extra research so you know exactly what you're getting or not getting. There is a lot going on in the prefab home industry, but unfortunately, not everything is as it seems. I will be on the lookout for offers that seem too good to be true and will keep my detective's cape and ruffles on hand to find out exactly what's going on. That's all I've got for today. If you like prefab home videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel because I've got new ones coming out every single week. Thanks for watching. See you in the next